the Cowan Drug Building, and Charles Kupitz Grocery on History Talk, where we step back to look at the people, places, and events that shaped our community. History Talk streams exclusively Thursdays at 10 a.m. on KFYR+. The Cowan Building is a historic 5-story building block located on the southeast corner of Broadway Avenue and 4th Street, officially at 123 North 4th. It is named for Cowan Drug, who is a long-time tenant and owner of the building, originally standing only 2 stories. The building was originally known as the Kupitz Block, named for its original owner and occupant, a grocery store. A successful stage line was also once headquartered at the building. The building was originally constructed by Charles Kupitz, who came to Bismarck with the 7th Cavalry in 1873, stationed at Fort Abraham Lincoln. After his enlistment, Kupitz engaged in farming for some time before taking up staging in the late 1870s. At one time, he ran 3 stage lines, to Fort Rice and Fort Yates, with 23 horses. During this time, he held government mail contracts. When he lost the mail contracts due to overbidding, he commenced freighting to the Black Hills, but found inhibited success. Upon returning to Bismarck, he established a meat and grocery store on Main Avenue, between 4th and 5th Streets. After the store was destroyed by fire, he partnered with Tim Griffin to open a similar store at the corner of 4th Street and Main, but became dissatisfied with the partnership and sold his interest to Griffin. In spring 1881, Kupitz rented an old shack on the southeast corner of 4th Street and Broadway Avenue, where today's Cowan Drug Building now stands, to re-establish a grocery and meat store. That operation proved prosperous, and within a few years, Kupitz purchased the lot and constructed a frame building. That building was one of the many destroyed in the 1898 fire, after which the store was temporarily housed in the Raymond Block, in the former Bain store on Main Avenue, until returning to its previous location inside the newly constructed 2-story brick building at 123 North 4th Street, today's Cowan Building, opening on November 17, 1898. The Kupitz store occupied both floors of its namesake building and was partially lit by a skylight. It was hailed as the, quote, most handsomest and most extensive grocery store west of St. Paul. Kupitz sold his grocery store in 1915 to A.W. Lucas Company, who continued operating it from the Lucas storefront directly across the street until 1921. J.G. Cowan originated Cowan Drug in 1907 when he acquired B.E. Jones Drug Store, where he was employed as a pharmacist. It was originally located at 414 Main Avenue. A second store later opened at 206 4th Street, before they consolidated in 1916 into the Kupitz Building, which became the Cowan Building when the Cowans purchased it in 1921. Cowan Drug temporarily vacated its namesake building in 1969, when it relocated to 411 North 4th Street, which was previously home to Red Owl, but it reoccupied the Cowan Building in 1972. Cowan Drug closed in 1994, and the Cowan family sold their namesake building that same year. In 1955, the Cowan Building added 3 additional stories to its original 2 as part of a $250,000 renovation and expansion project. The expansion was considered so risky that only one insurance company, Lloyd's of London, was willing to insure the contractor. Even then, it was at such a high premium that they proceeded without insurance, and fortunately finished without issue. It was this remodel that turned the Cowan Drug into its present-day appearance, cladding the original brick with paneling, rounding the canted Broadway-facing corner, and adding continuous window bands. The building underwent major renovation in 2012. I invite you to check out my 2 Bismarck history books. They are available to purchase on Amazon and select local bookstores. Copies are also available at the Bismarck Public Library. Visit bismarckbook.com for more information. That was our look at the Cowan Drug Building. Is there a local history topic you'd like to be featured? Email historytalk@kfyrtv.com.